Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. Tender, intimate talks with your king of debauchees, Vitendra Shri Mohan, to take you by the hand to the fresh love bed and to rewind your braid that was loosened during your love play. O Shri Radhe, when will you give me the festival of qualification to listen to your tender, intimate talks with your king of debauchees? What is that? Debauchees. Who knows this? Someone can explain debauchee?
Womanizer.
Ah, Suniti said womanizer. Oh my God. Vitendra Shri Mohan. Aha. To take you by the hand to the fresh love bed and to rewind your braid that was loosened during your love play. The commentary. The Yugala Kishore finish their love play in the Aber, and the maidservant, knowing that her time to serve has come, enters the playbower. Srimati's clothes are disheveled, and it looks as if the sweetness of her youthful form is gushing out through them. The fish-like eyes of Nagaraj swim in the ocean of Srimati's sweet limbs, and the maidservant is immersed in an ocean of bliss. How beautiful is Srimati's loosened braid! The maidservant lovingly rewinds this braid, of which each single strand of hair is dearer to her than millions of lives. So, when we touch the hair of Swamini, of Mahabhav, it's so beautiful to meditate on that blackish hair. And here we see how close this hair is to the Manjaris. And they are very expert to prepare the hair, to make beautiful arrangements with this long hair. And we make not only that, but with flowers and other decorations. Without Swamini Srimati's grace, no one can serve as expertly as the maidservants can. You see, it depends on her grace. So we will learn all these arts exclusively from her and her close other maidservants. Without Srimati's grace, no one can serve as expertly as the maidservants can. And why they can serve in this kind of expertise? Because they are so close to Swamini. Srimati loves her maidservants more than her own life and gives herself completely to them. With a soft towel, the maidservant lovingly wipes Srimati's face, that is moistened by sweat drops of fatigue from lovemaking, and fans her with this towel. Then she serves her sweet water and bitter leaves to remove her fatigue. And finally she serves her with garlands, eyeliner, and footlac. Srimad Jiva Goswami has said, the Lord wants the living beings to attain an existence full of service. Wow. The Lord wants the living beings to attain an existence full of service. So that means nothing else than the living beings should be a servant of Sri Radhika. Because she is the only one who is in this mood, in this seva mood. This Jiva Goswami is teaching this. Only the servants of Sri Radhika are in the seva mode, because they serve the love personified, who has no other own interest, that you are mine. And this makes a big difference, because those who try to serve the Lord directly, they are still in his mood. And his mood is not the seva mood. He is in a controlling mood and in an enjoying mood. And we can see the whole world is still in this mood, controlling and seva, controlling and enjoying mood. And only the followers of Sri Radhika are really in the service mood, because she is in the service mood. Let them learn that happiness lies in devotional service, seva ras, this enjoying. Let them learn that happiness lies in devotional service, and that everything else is miserable. So there is no real rasa. We cannot imitate the Lord and try to become the Lord himself. This is what the whole world is trying to be. This is a demonian action. But the happiness, the real happiness, is the seva rasa of the maidservants. This is real happiness. This is what this Jiva Goswami is teaching. The Lord wants the living beings to attain an existence full of seva, of service. Let them learn that happiness lies in devotional service, and that everything else is miserable. By seva, we open a relationship to others. And the seva makes us enjoying, makes us happy. And by this service mood, we get that hole in the kunja to watch the divine couple inside. Only possible by service mood, not by enjoying mood, not by controlling mood. This hole is only open for those who are really 100% in the seva. Seva ras. Hence, the merciful Lord first gives them the desire to serve, and then blesses them with the fortune of devotional seva. First, we have to desire this. This is always, the first thing is a desire in the soul. And even this desire is given by the Lord. While speaking intimately with her king of devotees, Srimati chews the betel leaves. This intimate discussion is not to be heard by her girlfriends, but Srimati is not at all shy to speak these sweet and nectarian words to her lover in front of her maidservant. So you see, they are so close, there is nothing between them. The maidservant floats in an ocean of bliss when she hears Swamini's blissful discussion with her Nagara. Her eyes are pleased by seeing these leelas. Her ears are pleased by hearing these romantic discussions. Her sense of touch is pleased by touching the Yugala's limbs and hairs. Her nose is pleased by smelling their divine fragrance, and her tongue is pleased by relishing Swamini's prasadi betel leaves. Wow! So she will get the remnants of her Swamini, the betel leaves. So we see how close they are. There is nothing hiding between them, Swamini and the maidservant. Because Swamini knows they will do everything for me. And they will never blame me in public. Whatever I'm sharing with them, they will hide it. It will stay with them. And because of this intimacy, we will never discuss something in public. We have to meditate on it because it's only happened between you and me. It will never goes out of the Kunja. Right, Gurudev? So beautiful. It's hard to explain. We have to enter in these feelings between her and me. Like our Prabhupada Saraswati is explaining that, or our Raghunathas, they explaining their most intimate private meetings with Swamini. So always has to meditate as if we are there and doing the seva. And we are using all our spiritual senses to enjoy that seva ras with all our senses. And how Gurudev is explaining this, it's Govardhan. Right, Gurudev? Govardhan? Govardhan, you say so many times. We are not tapasviks. How to say? We are not in the tradition of tapasviks, of yogis. Right. We are the big enjoyer. And we try to satisfy our spiritual senses.
Right.
So beautiful. This is your mercy, our Govardhan meditation.
Yeah.
And here we can read. The maidservant flowed in an ocean of bliss when she hears Swamini's blissful discussion with her Nagara. Her eyes are pleased by seeing these leelas. Her ears are pleased by hearing these romantic discussions. Her sense of touch is pleased by touching the Yugala's limbs. Her nose is pleased by smelling their divine fragrance. And her tongue is pleased by relishing Swamini's prasadi beta leaves. In this way, all of her five senses are pleased. So beautiful. Why is Krishna called Vitendra, the king of devotees? Other than him, nobody can be a paramour. Other men that play the paramour simply create rasa basa, a semblance of rasa. And this is confirmed by Srila Rupa Goswami in his Ujjvala Nilamani. The moral lightness that is ascribed to a paramour counts only for the mundane hero, not for Mohan, who is Avatari, the fountainhead of all divine dissensions, who preach religious principles.
With you, I will then we will decide that.
So you see, In the Leela, we are beyond all religious principles. With that religious principles, we cannot touch our spiritual senses, spiritual body, or even the spiritual bodies of the Yugala Kishore. They are finished there. The moral lightness that is ascribed to a paramour counts only for the mundane hero, not for Krishna. Mundane hero, that is the art. This is the material mundane heroes, right? Not for Krishna. We cannot measure him with the measurement of the material ideas. He is Avatari, the fountainhead of all divine dissensions, who preach religious principles, who descends for the sake of squeezing out the divine juice, rasa, from his own transcendental lila. About the Vitendra, Ujjvala Nilamani says, Vita is a shameless man who is expert in dressing and talking and in all the art of the Kama Tantra. All through, he has many Vita helpers like Kadara and Bharatibanda, who accomplish his meeting with the beautiful gopis. Krishna is himself the king of Vitas, Vitendra. The maidservants are well aware of this, so they know this. But they can only see him through the eyes of Radhika. They will never be attached by his desires in the form of a personal meeting. And so Swamini has nothing to hide to the maidservant. And their relationship is so close that there is nothing in between. The savor of this blissful conversation makes the Yugala desirous for love play once more. The maidservant understands their minds and makes a love bed for them with stemless flowers. This bed is strong enough to tolerate the motion of their love-making, and therefore it is called Ramana Talpa. So we see how expert the maidservants are in all kinds of arts. There is nothing they do not know because they got taught by Swamini herself. So they know everything there. The maidservant takes Swamini, Srimati, by the hand and takes her to the new love bed, where the Yugala becomes intoxicated by love-making once again. So here again we can see what Gurudev explained, that the maidservant become Cupid. She is preparing, and she is even taking her Swamini by the hand and guiding her to the love bed to the love bed. Ramanatha Suniti said. They become Cupid, their self. The maidservant is very fortunate to relish those sweet leelas. No one else is relishing this. And no one heard before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about this intimate leela. Then the vision disappeared and Shripad returning to external consciousness. Humbly prays, O Swamini, when will you give me the festival of qualification to always witness these leelas and to serve you in them? So by the mercy of these great saints, we can take part of this, and we can meditate on this. We get the details of everything what happened there. And with our spiritual senses, we're enjoying these leelas in our swarup, in our form as a Manjari. There is nothing to hide. There is no material meaning. There is no religious borders. This is the meaning of I am yours and you are mine. And this is the meaning of real love. There is no meaning of enjoyment mood in the Manjaris. The Sevaras is their happiness. O Shri Radhe, when can I hear you sweeter than sweet? Joy-giving, intimate Rasika conversation with your Vitendra in the Niduvan arbor. O Queen of the play arbors, O Goddess Gandharvika, O enchanting, proud Radhika, can I then lead you by the hand to the love bed and make you lie down on it? O beautiful moon-faced goddess, when can I rearrange your loosened hair and your disheveled clothes after you made love? Prabodhananda says, when will you give me the festival of that qualification? So we see that the qualification is not that we know everything when we start. We are not expert in everything. The teaching comes after, but the qualification is the seva mood, the service mood. Right, Gurudev?
Right.
You like to explain of this?
Seva Ras is in Sadak there. And Siddha, they are both his Seva.
Wow.
Sadhak we have to practice service. And this service go in Siddha.
Wow.
Sadhak Rupena.
Wow.
We have to start service in the Sadhak Rupena and it goes in Siddha Rupena.
Wow.
Because always we have to be in Seva. Serve the Swami and the devotee of the Swami.
Wow.
This is the teaching of our Acharya. What we do is the service of my Swami.
Beautiful. Even in the Sadhak they are.
Sadhak.
No need to divide this in material and spiritual. The mood is the meaning. Seva Ras.
Seva.
And we can see, yes, Gurudev,
Selfless service.
selfless service.
I have to do it.
Yeah. This is love in action. Like our Vrindavaneshwari is now there with the baby. I can see. So we see mother and baby is full-time seva, 24 hours.
And my sadhvi is always full of with the baby.
Yes, Satvi is also mother. And how much ras is there between the baby and the mother, no?
Wow. Oh my God, so much. Mm-hmm.
Yes, love in action is a deep meaning. Many times we say this by the mouth, but to do it is the meaning.
Yeah.
And there is no meaning of Amazon, Gurudev.
Order and supply.
This is for Vrindavaneshwari, this is 6 baby. She has 6 children.
You see how much rasa is there. So she's always like a baby. She likes a baby and exchange the feelings between mother and baby. Wow.
Never stop.
Beautiful. 6 baby.
Yeah, 6 children. Yeah.
How many boys and girls?
Boys. This is a second boy and 4 girls. The biggest one is already high school.
Wow.
And then almost all except this baby, they are already devotees. They have name.
Oh. So. Thank you, Satri.
Thank you, my dears.
So now I think we continue with the next verse, huh? What do you think?
Right, right.
The verse 108. Playing ball and hide and seek. All glories to the relishing couple that is always engaged in many love plays, like playing ball and hide and seek, joking with each other in an ever so lovely manner, in the ever fresh, blissful playgroves of Vrindavan, where groups of bumblebees are humming. The commentary. Spring has come so sweet. No, spring has come to sweet Vrindavan, and the sweet trees and vines are full of blooming flowers. All the moving and non-moving creatures of Vrindavan are shivering of ecstasy when they are touched by the sweet fragrance of these flowers that are carried by a soft Malayan breeze. What is a Malayan breeze? Malayan breeze, what is that? From what?
Place where it smells like sandalwood.
Sandalwood. Srimati explained that it is come from a place that smells like sandalwood. This is a Malayan breeze. Groups of sweetly humming bees surround these clusters of flowers, and cuckoos cause great amorous incitements with their sweet singing. Naturally beautiful Vrindavan arranges for the perfection of all of the Yugalas blissful vernal Leela. And today the Yugala is eagerly entering into the ocean of these Leela. They throw a golden ball at each other and catch it. How sweetly Swamini's bangles are jingling. When she throws the ball at Shyam, Shyam is enchanted and is unable to catch the ball. So Swamini claps in her hands and exclaims, "You are defeated, you are defeated." How sweet are her glances that resemble Cupid's arrows. Shyam regains his consciousness and says, "Throw the ball again. If I cannot catch it now, then I will accept defeat."
My God. Come.
With a wonderful gesture, Swamini throws the ball, showing the beauty of her sides and her breasts. Shyam is out of his mind when he sees it and fails to catch the ball again. Swamini laughs loudly, claps her hands and says, "You are defeated, you are defeated." Nagara loses himself in ecstasy when he sees Swamini's sweet laughing and sweet gestures. And Swamini orders her maidservant to humiliate Shyam a little further. Aha.
Humiliate, make him,
Make
fun of him.
Make fun of him. Ah. Oh, yeah. So Srimati explained that they She likes to enjoy this more, and the maidservant then tells Shyam, "Oh, hey, why don't you go to herd your cows? What pleasure does a cowherd boy like you find in these games? Don't come here again to challenge my victorious mistress." Srimati says, "Sundara, beautiful Mohan, I can play this game with you. You'd better practice a little more. Do some exercise. Listen, I know another game. You hide yourself and I will go and look for you. But if I hide, you won't be able to find me without the help of my Sakis and Manjaris." Shyam says, "Surely I will." Swamini says, "Acha, then you hide first." In this way, they begin the game of hide and seek. Shyamsundara hides himself in a forest of dark tamala trees, and it seems as if he merges with that forest. Srimati begins to search for him with the help of her maidservant. How cleverly Swamini ascertains Shyam's whereabouts. Srimati says, "If there is no honey oozing from the trees here, and the birds are not dizzy from ecstatic love, and are thus able to meet each other, then I can understand that peacock feather-crowned Krishna, who steals the hearts of all the three worlds, did not enter this place." Then, when she goes to a Tamala forest, Srimati speculates. When the bees are so dizzy that they don't even drink the honey from the flowers anymore, when the parrots are so stunned that they cannot eat the ripe pomegranates anymore, and when the doves are so dizzy that they cannot eat the green grass anymore. Oh, like deers, does. Then I understand that my master must have come this way, walking like the best of elephants. Swamini enters the Tamala forest, and the maidservant follows her like her shadow. We are always the shadow of her. Swamini is totally bewildered when she sees the Tamala tree. She sees Mohan everywhere. Srimati passes the Tamal tree without noticing Shyamsundara, who secretly laughs and gives a hint to the maidservants not to tell her. The maidservants relish the sweetness of Shyamsundara's smile. Swamini sees that bumblebee girls come from another side and fly towards the tamal tree, being attracted to Mohan's bodily scent. It's so sweet. Swamini follows the bee girls and in this way catches Sri Shyamsundara, saying, "I got it! I got it! I got you! You are defeated! You are defeated!" So we can enter in her mood. It's so sweet. The maidservant covers her mouth and giggles. Shyam says, "What do you mean defeated? Now you must hide. And I find you, then we have a tight score. If I can't find you, then I accept defeat. Swamini says, Acha, sit down here. I will hide myself now. She hides herself completely. How? By standing between a number of golden statues that beautify a nearby arbor. The statues become as beautiful as Srimati herself, as they are illuminated by her golden luster. Statues. This is called Abhirupaya, Abhirupiya. Shyam Sundara enters that kunja, but he cannot ascertain which form is Radhika's form. So he decides to find out by touching each one of them. When Shyam touches Radhika, she becomes stunned of ecstasy. So he continues his search without recognizing her. Srimati smiles slightly, and the maidservant relished the sweetness of that smile. So we can see who is the real relisher of that. It's always the maidservant. He is relishing the smile of Mohan, and she is relishing the smile of Swamini. This is hidden. This is hidden.
Even Sam cannot understand the smile of Radhika.
Oh, he cannot see.
No.
He cannot even not see this smile. Only the Manjari see.
Wow.
And her smile also only the Manjari saw. And his smile also. It's amazing. It's amazing to be a Manjari.
Wow. Good luck.
It's to relish this whole Vrindavan is preparing this Leela. It's so sweet. The sound is there, the wind is there, the breeze is there, smell. And these beautiful love games, hiding and seeking, and how they feel. And who is relishing and watching, like you say, Gurudev. Only Manjari is watching. They are never entered the game themselves, but they are preparing everything. And they are the shadows of Swamini. But they see even more than the Swamini see. They relish Mohan. When he smiles, because Swamini cannot see him, but they see, and when they see his smile, and then Srimati smiles slightly, and the maidservant relish the sweetness of that smile. Finally, Shyam Sundara catches her with the help of her maidservant. Again, the help of the maidservant. Shyam is defeated because he was supposed to find her without the help of the maidservants. And the bliss of the maidservant knows no bound. How much rasa is there? How much rasa? In this ecstatic state, the maidservant says, "Glories to the many leelas of the relishing couple." Yad rasika mitunam virta kili kadambam. Glories to the many leelas of the relishing couple.
Atma is sleeping. Stand.
So nice, Gurudev,
Yeah.
to be there together with you in Vrindavan and relishing this.
The beauty of this that Krishna cannot understand Radhika's smile and Manjari can understand. Wow.
Who can say that they not enjoying?
Wow.
Wow. So this smile will guide us the whole day, Gurudev.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's so sweet too.
Beautiful. Dita.
Yeah.
Hide and seek. Krishna cannot hide. When they want, they can search it. But when Radha want to hide, Krishna cannot search.
He needs help. So he takes shelter of the maidservant, Gurudev.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
12.5.
12.5, Suniti say.
Bring the
Wow. Pradamana.
Listen one more.
Yes.
Thank you, Gurudev, for opening our vision.
For the festival.
The festival, and we can relish this with the eyes of the Manjari. You open our hearts, you open our eyes, ears, everything. Thank you so much.
Only who is very close to, only who close the shelter of Radhika, they can understand. Without taking shelter of Radhika, very difficult to understand. Yeah. Very kind of you. You are giving us whole day meditation. Yeah.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Sri Ram.
Jai Shri Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda